Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome back to Fat Cat Collections. And today I just wanted to put out a quick announcement. If you guys, have not looked at some of the postings or some of the other websites that are selling Invicta watches, by the way, always the best place to buy anything that I review, really. There's always a link in the description, guys. So I get a lot of emails, a lot of comments looking for specific watches. I only buy my watches from a few different places. One, and again, in no specific order, eBay, Invicta stores, and Shop HQ. And really, being a smart shopper is finding the best price. Any of those places is a great place to buy Invicta watches. With Invicta watches, if you can't find it, if you Google it or you eBay it, the model number, or you search it on those three sites and it's not available, chances are you're not going to find it anywhere. And that's the way Invicta goes. Sometimes you'll get really great deals on watches. Again, I have watches, Sub-Aqua Noma 5s, that I've paid upwards of $350 for. When I got them, they weren't really readily available. They weren't like flooded on the market. And that's how Invicta works. Now you can get a Sub-Aqua Noma 5 on the Invicta stores for with the Valentine's Day coupon for $100 shipped. That is an amazing value. That watch at $300 is an amazing value. Not $100 shipped, I mean, it's unbelievable. So, again, always check my links. Be a smart shopper. Buy from where you feel most comfortable. And if you always find value in what I offer on my channel and what I share with you guys, then use my links. If you find it somewhere else that you find a better dealer or somewhere you feel most comfortable, then buy it there. So, anyway, what I want to do is just, because a lot of people don't necessarily follow the Invicta groups on Facebook, I basically only use Facebook for Invicta purposes, really sharing the different wrist shots and sharing my channel on the social media platforms to grow my subscriber base and share this cool stuff. I don't really personally use Facebook anymore, and there's lots of people like me who don't really use Facebook. So if you don't use Facebook, you miss out on a lot of these deals that I post in a lot of the different groups and on my own group, Invicta Addiction. That's, slowly but surely gaining new members. And it's a great way for people to share their wrist shots, share their purchases, and most importantly, share deals. Because there's lots of times where I'll see a deal and I'll announce it on the group, and, some people will pick it up, and then I'll go ahead and post create a post on YouTube, which is doesn't work exactly like the Facebook groups, but it is a notification, it's a post that if you are signed up for all notifications, that's why it's important. If you do subscribe to my channel, to click the bell to be notified anytime I upload a new video or post any kind of post, because I share a lot of these deals. And right now, what I wanted to do is share two things with you guys. One, there is a yellow tag event going on right now, which, let's face it, if you follow Invicta and you've used Invicta stores before, again, link is in the description. If you haven't, check it out. Amazing deals. And they run these deals probably about every 2 or 3 weeks. Lately, I will say the supply is kind of getting a little bit stagnant. It's been the same models with the exception of a few different new additions. But you never know. You keep checking because you never know what they may throw on there. There was a watch the other day that I almost bought a couple weeks ago. They had it on Shop HQ. It was a Sub-Aqua specialty, which I have in a... It's a casing cradle design. I have it in a yellow gold with a rose tone bezel and a few rose tone accents. Beautiful watch. I bought that years ago. Love it. But they just came out with one with a simulated black spinel. It's like a black, I believe it's like a crystal of some sort. I don't know if it's Swarovski or what it is. But the whole bezel's done in like a baguette. Hopefully I'm saying that right and not like the bread. But anyway, or done around the bezel. And then I waited. I said, I'm just going to hold off. And Invicta stores had it. I got it for like $112 shipped. Although it sucks with regular shipping. You got to wait. Invicta stores does take their sweet-ass time even getting it in the mail. I mean, I've ordered it 5 days ago. They still haven't shipped it. So that's the only thing that sucks with Invicta stores. If you just get their regular ground shipping, their turnaround for when they ship is just really slow. So that's the only downside. But the deals are exceptional. And right now, they have, normally when you have the Invicta yellow tag sale, coupon codes aren't valid with those particular deals. Right now, and again, depending on the state you live, you may be tax-free. Most states on internet purchase are tax-free. There are exceptions. I think there's about 5 states in the United States where you're going to pay tax, unfortunately. But most states you don't. And right now you can get, like I said, Sub-Aqua Noma 5s, $100. If you don't have a Sub-Aqua Noma 5, you have to get one. Some guy just said to me the other day, he posted a comment. He says, I'm looking at getting a mid-size Sea Hunter or a Venom watch. And I said, man, get the Venom. Because the Sea Hunter, although a great watch, although a beautiful watch, in the mid-size, it's not really what really makes the Sea Hunter extraordinary is that it's the biggest Invicta watch Invicta makes. It's the largest model. It's not the thickest. The thickest model is the Hydromax, the original Hydromax. The largest watch is about 56 millimeters. At the bezel is pretty much the size, the maximum size Invicta has. But with the what I call the Sea Hunter 3. I've named it the 3, and that's kind of caught a lot of traction with eBay, and that's what a lot of people refer to it as, is the Sea Hunter 3. And again, coming back to that, the reason I called it the 3 is because they already had 2 variations of the Sea Hunter. They call this, technically Invicta calls it the 2nd generation, but they've already had 2 generations. So I coined it number 3 because that's what it technically is in my eyes. So that watch measures about 72 millimeters all the way to the crown protector, which it is the biggest watch. Again, not the thickest. The thickest is going to be your Hydromax at 29 millimeters all the way to the crystal, depending on which one you get. The original Hydromax is 29 to the crystal. When you start getting involved in some of the newer Hydromaxes, they made the crystal flush. So you have to kind of be careful with that one, because what really sets that watch apart is that crystal protruding from the outside of the case. Pretty cool. I've always wanted one in gold, but the gold one, unfortunately, doesn't have the extended crystal, so I didn't buy it. But still a cool watch. But the Sea Hunter 3, 23 millimeters in case thickness. It's 1 millimeter thicker than a Venom watch, which is a big, beefy, thick watch. And anyway, going back to this guy, I told him he was looking at getting, I said, man, get the Venom. He's like, I already have 14 Venoms. I said, and get a Subaqua Noma 5. The deals right now are awesome. You get a gold one with a black bezel. I got my eye on the black one with the silver bezel. Really sleek, really kind of tactical. Awesome looking watch. The price is amazing. If you don't have a Noma 5 and you are like, yeah, I don't know if it's for me, trust me, when you get it, you'll want to get another one, because it's one of my favorite Invicta watches. And I gotta say, I like it even more than the Venom. I mean, it's amazing. So definitely check out the event. You get 15% off with VDAY15 coupon code. That's the announcement. That coupon code does work and is still working on the Yell Tag event. There's no restrictions on anything on Invicta stores. 15% off. It's amazing. Great price. If you live in a state that doesn't have tax, this kind of thing with some of those deals on the Yell Tag event, Invicta kept them at $98, where it's free shipping, I believe, on $99 or above. And there's not much on there you could buy to save the shipping. Shipping is about $12. It kind of pushes you to buy a second watch, but if you don't want to do that, this is a great time, because that coupon code will allow you to get free shipping, because they jumped the price of the Subaqua Noma 5. Some of those watches they had on there for $98 to $118. So you're getting a little bit of a deal compared to if they didn't have the coupon code, because they raised the price a little, but now you're getting it for $100 shipped to your door, which is amazing. So check that out. Don't snooze on it. I'm really itching on that Subaqua Noma 5, even though this will be my 3rd one. The black ones just talk to me. So in addition to that, the second thing I want to mention is that, and if you don't know, obviously, pretty soon here in March, Invicta has collaborated with Shaquille Oneal. So if you liked and appreciated the Jason Taylor line of Invicta watches, and they have Jason Taylor's name on them. It's a collaboration where some of his ideas and styles were designed into specific Jason Taylor edition watches. Are they any different than the other watches? Not really. It's still the same watches, but they might have done a couple different things. Maybe the addition of certain diamonds, different color schemes that you only get in the Jason Taylor edition. Now they're collaborating with Shaquille Oneal. So pretty cool. I'm not a real big sports fan. I'm more of a if I have to choose a sport that I like, it's more like UFC and boxing. I appreciate those other sports, and Shaquille Oneal is huge. I mean, the guy is like a superstar, and a lot of people, I think it's a great move on Invicta to go ahead and involve Shaquille Oneal, because it'll definitely bring a lot more awareness to the brand. And I think that's a real problem with Invicta. Tons of people know about Invicta. Tons of people buy Invicta watches. But when you have a superstar like Shaquille Oneal backing a brand now, being part of a brand, I mean, you could hate on Invicta all you want, but a lot of people love Shaq, and he's an amazing basketball player. And I mean, just having his, I guess, endorsement behind it, him standing behind his product when he's got all this money to buy whatever he wants, pretty cool. I think it'll at least open the door for people to say, hey, you know what? Let me and really you should buy. You should really, I mean, ultimately you should really decide to give a brand a chance. On your own, it shouldn't really take a superstar for you to be like, oh, now it's okay. But I mean, at least maybe it'll open the door for some people to say, man, Shaq stand behind this? How bad can they be? Let me give the brand a try. And I think for those of you who haven't tried the Invicta brand, who are into, I've often said that, a lot of times when it comes to like hip hop brands, the hip hop style is still, very popular. And let's face it, what do we think about when we think about hip hop? Hip hop athletic style. What do we really like? The whole rap industry, R&B. What do we think about? We think about big flashy jewelry, right? I mean, every rapper out there, at some point when they make it, they go get some huge chains. And not everybody. There's lots of people out there who love that lifestyle, who love that. I shouldn't say lifestyle, love that music, but love that style, that image. And don't have the money to go and spend $300,000 on a gold chain. That's why there's many. And it's to each their own. I mean, it's not everybody can afford to have a gigantic, huge chain. It's a fashion accessory. It's a style. Some people have to go sterling silver. Some people will go gold, of course. Some people will go with diamonds. Other people who don't have money but still want that look will go with like websites that supply like hip hop jewelry, like hip hop jewels and that kind of stuff. I'm not sure all the which websites are out there now. I think like Hip Hop Bling was one back in the day. Places like that which sell like kind of costume jewelry, but they're obviously selling it. People like it, and whether you like it or not, as long as you're respectful of people, don't come on and make a comment being like, oh, that's old crap jewelry. People like to wear what they like to wear. There's lots of people who have fake stuff out there, so it's, if you don't like it, you don't believe in it, don't wear it. I'm not one for wearing fake jewelry either. The stuff I have is sterling silver, and because it mainly, and I don't wear it so much anymore. That was more of the hip hop days. But at least you're getting a precious metal that's real, and gold. I would never. Again, it's that rationalizing point. Rich, yeah, maybe I'd have a gigantic gold chain, but at this point, I'm very happy with silver, and it looks, in my opinion, just like white gold. But putting that aside, everybody likes something different, and the great thing about Invicta is that you can get the look, but with the quality. If you look at what you get, if you like the hip-hop look, and I'm not saying that, again, I'm not trying to say that all Invicta watches are hip-hop style watches. There's tons of different watches, and I don't really wear the hip-hop style. I don't wear baggy pants. I wear everything fitted now. I still rock the big watches. So the whole point is wear what you want, wear what you like, and screw everybody else. Doesn't matter what other people think. What ultimately matters is what you like and what you feel comfortable wearing and what makes you happy. But with that being said, I look back at the days when I was, into the whole hip-hop style, the larger pants, the larger, baggier clothes. That was kind of the time around the 90s. All that was super popular, super mainstream. And, there wasn't a lot of options for affordable options, something that really was loud and in your face and just had that look, but for a great price, but of quality. You had really inexpensive watches that were, really like King Ice and Ice Tech, and not Ice Tech, but like King Ice and these kinds of brands that really are very, very cheap watches that really aren't meant to be durable, that aren't meant to really give you, the quality that you get with Invicta. And so this is great because somebody like Shaq coming on here, which a lot of people in the sports industry, a lot of people in the hip-hop world know who Shaq is, and this will bring, I think, some real brand recognition to Invicta for maybe folks who haven't even heard of the brand. It's amazing. Like, I'll go and I'll post things in some of the hip-hop groups, and people never even heard of it. Some people have never even heard of Invicta. If you're a guy who likes big, flashy jewelry and big, flashy, and you're a guy with a big personality, and you like things that just get noticed, get attention, and are like things that are conversation starters. For instance, if you're a guy who wants to put 26-inch rims on your ride, which I don't have a ride that'll fit 26-inch rims, I can only max out at 20. But if you are a guy, and if I had an SUV, hell yeah, I would. If you're a guy who likes that kind of look and likes that flash, you gotta check out Invicta, because Invicta's all about that. Like just big, bold, in your face. Again, they make lots of watches that aren't like that, but there's a lot of options for guys who want things that are just in your face, big, bold, and big personality watches. So I definitely check it out. In March, they're going to be releasing his line. They do have one picture right now on Shop HQ. Link is in description, where they're showing a Sea Hunter 3 in all gold. Really, from what I can tell, the only difference is it says Invicta Shaq, and it looks like that on the 12.4 and maybe the hour markers, there might be some small diamonds on there. So don't expect too much when it comes to the design as far as any kind of new models. I don't think they're going to go that route. I think it's really going to be just putting his own kind of collaboration with Invicta on what might just be another way to get more brand recognition to attract a new potential customer. So I think it's cool. I think it's pretty awesome. Check it out. There's not really much to see yet. It will be being released. I guess some of these models will be unveiled around March. So stay tuned for that. It's only about a month away. Obviously, it's amazing time going by. But check it out. I just wanted to make that announcement with you guys. Again, check it out. I'll put a link to both on Shop HQ. I don't know if Invicta Stores is going to release the Shaq watches right off the bat. Usually new stuff, how it works, and just from based on what I've seen, is that just like with the Hercules watch, they tend to let websites like Shop HQ unveil it first because they have a big television audience. Lots of people buy watches on Shop HQ. Up until the beginning of, I think, last year, Shop HQ was really like the best place to get the buy Invicta watches. I mean, you get the best deal, and then after that you had eBay. So, which eBay is still a great place to buy. eBay is kind of a great tool to find those watches that you may have not purchased in the past that maybe are harder to find. You can still get some good deals, fair deals on eBay, but when and the prices jump. One day Shop HQ will have an amazing deal. Next day the watch is, twice as much. So you really got to strike when the iron's hot. Guys who collect Invicta, who know about the brand, generally will know what's a good deal and what's not. And let's face it, some watches you may see and say, all right, well, I know that this watch, like for instance, when I bought, you guys know I love Grand Octanes or Grand Arsenals. They had one mirror polished, white, I call them like pillars or white markers on the bezel. Very rare. Not many of the Invicta Grand Octanes have that. Most of them are like a gray or a dark, like a black. This one had white. It was a combination of mirror polished, yellow gold, and silver. I have a watch that's a combination yellow gold and silver ready, but this was mirror polished, and the price point was only $138. So I had to get it. I didn't have a mirror polished one in my collection, but then like a week later, it went on sale for $118, and I could either buy the new one, then return the other one, or just bite the bullet and keep it. So again, you gotta strike when the iron's hot. You see a good deal, act on it if you can afford it, if you want to get it in your collection. If you don't, for you Invicta collectors right now, this goes out to you guys. If you guys are collecting Invicta watches and you guys don't have a Sub-Aquanoma 5, I'm reluctant to even say it because I want you guys to pick it up, but I also want to be able to get myself one here, and I'm just kind of hemming and hawing and waiting. There's a couple of, like 4 leather jackets I want to get, so I just kind of like trying to balance here. But anyway, if you don't have one in your collection, man, get one. You guys will love it. So that's been it, guys. Just want to share that with you real quick. You guys have a great weekend. If you like the content, of course, subscribe to the channel. Even if you're not really a big YouTuber, subscribe just for the fact that I'm always posting different deals and different sales. And if you like the brand, or I'm not sure, everybody watches my channel for different reasons. Whatever the reason may be, subscribe. You'll always be in the know on new products. Stay tuned for more products. I'm working with a company out of Ukraine. Hopefully it comes through. They're going to send me 2 leather jackets that, guys, this is a game changer. If you like leather jackets like I like leather jackets, again, I'm very obsessive, so these are I've never seen a leather jacket like this. It is one of the most unique styles ever. I'm not going to share it until it's here, but it's unbelievable. So I'm really got my fingers crossed on this one. Also, a few other leather jackets, more smart home tech, waiting on a few other products. And you guys stay tuned for more. Have a great weekend, guys. Happy Sunday, and take care.